Hi, I'm Dr. Professor Alex Rhema Zachariah, MD, living in Urbana. And I originally come from India, but I came to United States to be trained in medical oncology in the 60s and 70s, went back to India and started the medical oncology pioneering work in North India back in the 70s, now retired as the dean of a top medical school in India, now settled with my wife, who is also a physician, in Urbana. And we are bringing to you a series of health-related topics. And we have been bringing to you a number of episodes on American Cancer Society volunteers and cancer survivors and their experience. This is a very special episode in which we have Jill here from Relay for Life. She's the event chair for the Champaign County. She has been the event chair for 2 years, and our Chris, who is an American Cancer Society volunteer, has brought Jill, and we are honored to have you.
Thank you.
Chris, introduce our special guest.
Okay. My special guest is Jill Rannenberger. I've known Jill, I think it's 3 years. She had been the event chair last year and is also the event chair this year. Our Relay for Life event will take place on June 8th, beginning at 6 p.m., and it goes through June 9th at 6 a.m. And we will have people walking the track during that time frame. People from our teams are encouraged to walk that. Now I'd like to introduce Jill. I've known her for a little while, so I'd like you to maybe tell us how you became involved with Relay.
Well, probably about 2001, I formed a team and was a team captain, and just every year we did it with our 4-H group. Then we expanded from that, where we helped out with the recycling at the event. We just felt that was real important. And then I just wanted to learn more, do more. So I started coming to the committee meetings. I started out in logistics and did that for a couple years, and then I went to be the event chair.
And being the event chair means that Jill is heavily involved, not just during Relay, but all through the year. She actually meets with the chairs of the different committees, asking whether we need help, and knowing where to go get that help. What really drove you to do Relay?
I wanted to get involved, and to help make people more aware of the American Cancer Society, for one thing. When I was going through it with my mom, we didn't even think to contact the American Cancer Society to help us, and there could have been a multitude of things they could have done to help us along the way. Didn't even enter my mind. So if I can help bring that to light to other people and help them out, that's real important. I want more people to know about the American Cancer Society, and of course, fundraising, bringing money so that cancer patients can, the road to recovery, look good, feel better, those things are offered to them.
Right.
And of course, the research is real important.
Right. There are many, many ways that we could have helped, or the American Cancer Society could have helped with your mother. And it's just a matter of knowing that anybody out there can just call the American Cancer Society. Their phone number is 356-9076, or there's an 800 number, which is 800-ACS-2345, and that phone is manned by a real person 24/7. But if you happen to call the local office, there's an individual named Pam Barak, B-A-R-A-K. She is the volunteer coordinator for the program. I can't think of what it is now. Darn. where I'm driving patients to treatment, Road to Recovery.
Road to recovery.
Road to Recovery. I take patients from their homes and take them to their clinics and then back home again. They need to stop for prescriptions. We can also do that. But Pam has a wealth of knowledge of programs that are available to cancer survivors or people who are now going through cancer treatment. Going back to the relay, but yet prior to that, I know that we also have an event for just survivors. And could you give us a little bit of information on that?
Well, this year we have what we call our Survivor Dinner. It's going to be June 3rd, which is a Monday. It starts at 6 p.m. It's free for survivors and their caregivers. You just have to register, and you can go to our website at www.relayforlife.org/champagneil. There's a quick link, and it talks about Survivor, and you can just register there. What we'll do, we'll provide a dinner and entertainment. There'll be giveaways, and there's going to be you can sign up to get a T-shirt, other things, and just camaraderie among survivors and caregivers.
I know when we were talking prior to this meeting that it really is just a fun, nice thing to do for the cancer treatment patients, survivors, and their caregivers. This is done free of charge. No charges imparted on any of those individuals. You didn't mention where it will be this year.
It's going to be at Faith United Methodist Church, and that's on Prospect in Champaign.
Okay.
1901, I believe.
I believe you're right.
South Prospect. And we wait on the people. I wanted to mention that we have
Yes.
volunteers that wait on everyone. They sit at their tables, and we bring them their food, their drinks, and it's just a nice, relaxing evening.
It really sounds like a great event. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make last year's, but I hope to this year. I would like to be part of those who are helping serve these individuals. They deserve everything that they can get. I really believe that. So
Now coming back to our Relay for Life,
Okay.
give us a summary of what happens and how long and when does it start, when does it end?
Okay, on June 8th at Centennial High School at 913 South Crescent Street in Champaign, about noon we start arriving. The tents will all be set, everything will be ready, logistics, the stage. At noon, we'll start setting up. People can come start checking in. We have campsites to the south of the track. If you have a team, you can set up your campsite. Then as the afternoon comes on, 4 o'clock, we'll start having a entertainment on the stage. It'll be a band or some kind of singers at 4 o'clock. And another part of the event place, there's going to be what we call kids activities. And there'll be inflatables, face painting, all kinds of games. We always have toys donated, so the kids will receive something, and that'll go on up until the Luminaria ceremony at 9 p.m. So kids can play there for almost 5 hours. Then while this is all going on, then we'll have theme laps where it might be your favorite sports theme. Our theme this year is Surfing for a Cure, so I'm sure we'll have dress up in your beach outfit theme. So sleeping during the night, we have the sleeping theme where you can get in your pajamas. So there's themes like that. We have Twister tournaments or Twister games and prizes associated with that'll be inside the track. We have bag tournaments. Bag tournaments are really good. All this is going on, plus things on the stage. For instance, we're going to have a Relay Prince and a Relay Princess contest, and Erica Harold, which is 2003 Miss USA, will be there presenting the awards for that, and different bands throughout the night. There's just different activities all night long. And then we'll have the pink ribbon that's going to be painted inside the track. We're going to fill that up with people, and then have an aerial shot of that. So that's another fun activity. But just continually things going on. We've got probably 1,000 pairs of flip-flops that were donated. So we're going to come up with some creative way to have that part of our event, and just It's all family friendly.
How many teams you had last year, and how many you expect this year?
We had 102 teams last year, so we had campsites for that. And in the campsites, I forgot to mention, there's all kinds of activities going. They're selling things to raise money, or they have games. They have various things all through there. We have other vendors that are selling food. We hope to have 140 teams this year. That's our goal.
And this team, where does the relay part comes? And the word relay means something is going round.
Yes. Well, relay starting at 6 p.m. on June 8th, we have our opening ceremony. We'll have a survivor lap, a caregiver lap, and then a team lap. And then the field is open, and from each team we would like one member on the track for however long. So all during the 12 hours that we have our relay, there should be one team member from your team on the track. And then at 9 o'clock, we have a luminaria ceremony. Things will stop on the track. Lights go down. We have luminarias bags that are in honor of cancer patients. And the lights go down. The bags are glowing. We have hope and cure spelled out in the bleachers. We have a bagpiper. And we all stand behind the bagpiper, and he'll lead us in a lap where we're silent. And he plays the bags around, and then things will stay dark for a couple, like 10 minutes, so that you can go to the bags, you can honor the people that you have purchased the bag for.
It's a very emotional part to walk the 1 or 2 times around the track with just the luminaria glowing around the track and up on the bleachers on both sides.
And how many number of luminaries?
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
I would say close to 1,000, because they go all the way around the track on both sides.
Inside the track and outside the track, plus the ones that are placed in on each side of the bleacher areas.
It's in memory of some loved one who has passed
Or in
away.
honor.
Or in honor.
Anyone that's
Correct.
had cancer.
Correct.
Oh, that's very intimate, emotional, and
It
very
is.
meaningful.
It is extremely meaningful.
It's, if you don't do relay, if you just show up for that ceremony. And then we have a fight back ceremony that starts at 9:30, and we're fighting back. And this year we have what we call a ponytail drive, and we'd like people with long enough hair to come up on the stage. We're going to have survivors behind them, and the survivors are going to cut their hair. That hair is going to be donated to Pantene. Pantene takes it, makes wigs for cancer patients free. They give them to them free.
It's called the Locks of Love. That's
No,
different?
That's different.
Oh,
no,
didn't know
lots
that.
of love
Okay.
charges.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay,
Pantene
good
is
clarification.
American Cancer Society just goes with Pantene. And then we have hairstylists that have volunteered their time. Once the hair cutting, because the survivors are not hairstylists, once that's over, they're going to take the people that had their hair cut and style it really nice.
And so the busy part of the Relay for Life is still, what, 10 or 11?
10 or 11, and then it slows down,
Yes.
but we have continually theme laps, all kinds of entertainment. We have poker games, we have Scrabble games as you go around the track. There's the beads, you can collect beads each lap you go. So there's all kinds of things that you can do all night long.
If I recall correctly, last year we had some laps that were walked backwards, or you did the bunny hop the entire time, just to be fun. It's really an extremely fun event. And again, family friendly.
And at any time, about 5,000, 10,000 people?
Tim, I would say closer to 3,500. 3,500.
3,500.
Yes.
That's a lot of people.
Yes, it is. In
In a
that,
small
in that track, yes.
Yeah.
There's if going to our website, you can see pictures of just the huge, all the tents in the campgrounds and the people doing the laps. What we did for the survivor lap is anyone that's a survivor from 0 to 3 years, they'd have a sign, and they would go together. And you'd have 3 to 5 years, and on down, and you saw those signs, and it was just very emotional to see.
Extremely.
It's a very emotional ceremony.
Yes.
And the American Cancer Society takes an active role?
Yes, yes.
And the logistic support? Or?
Yes, they support us 100% and help us. We usually have one partner working with us
Yes.
the whole year and finding out what we can do, what we can't do, giving us information, any kinds of like letters to the editors, how we could go about that, any media contacts they might have. They will go on with us with sponsorship calls
yes.
to go to a business, those kind of things.
Now you need to tell us how the money is raised.
The money is raised in many different ways.
Yes.
Some people like to write letters to their friends and family. Some people will use the email, and it's all on our website as you sign up for a team and an individual.
Yes.
You can use they have templates. You could just use those to send out to your contacts. What I like to do is have events, and I have multitude of events from garage sales for a cure to stories for a cure, bands for a cure. We're going to do mystery for a cure for the first time, and it's just like a mystery theater. I'm doing artists for a cure. People are donating their artwork, various forms of artwork, and we're going to sell those, and all that money is going to go to the American Cancer Society. Cruising for a Cure just got set up with a car club, and we're just going to cruise to different towns in the county, promoting Relay.
Yes.
And asking for donations that way. We set up at, like, there's the farmer's market in Urbana.
Yes, yes.
We set up there, we get donations. People buy the luminaria. We give them out information on how to get involved.
So this relay is a one-day event.
Yes.
But the fundraising is throughout the year?
It's 12
And-
months.
Okay, and
the
that
whole
goes
year.
to wherever people gather, in a way. You know, the events like farmers market or
Yes.
states fair or
Anywhere. You know, at the garage sale for a cure we just had Saturday, people would just give you money. They didn't buy anything, they would just give you money. And it all goes towards American Cancer Society.
Jill, can you give us the website so that our viewers can look at that? I know you mentioned that there are some pictures out there.
Oh, yes, it's www.relayforlife.org/ChampagneIL. And you just click on that, you go there, we have a lot of quick links, and there's just a wealth of information on our website. And you just, one click, and there's a survivor page, and you can see our pictures. The Luminaria, there's an amazing video on the Luminaria quick link that it'll make you cry. It's not our Luminaria event, but it's just like ours. And there's just, all of our activities, when our meetings are, who to contact, and it's all in this just one click. So,
As you can see, Jill is involved in many fingers of this event, is knowledgeable on just about any subject within the event. But we do have a staff partner. Actually, we have two staff partners from the American Cancer Society office. Plus, we have an individual who was our staff partner in the past. And she's actually also just very knowledgeable on just about anything to do with Relay. So Jill has a very good connection with Lisa. But thank you for sharing that with us. That was very informative. I really appreciate your coming to do that.
well, you're welcome.
And you have a lot of things going on, Jill, and how many people really help you with it?
It varies. For instance, Garage Sales for a Cure, I had a group of maybe 5 of us, and we put this together for my team. But there was other teams involved. When I did Bands for a Cure, if you think about all the bands that donated their time, it was a large group of people. They did it because it's a good cause, but they're not on my Relay team. Stories for a Cure, I had storytellers, comedians, improv people. They just did it for that day. So there was a multitude of people that were helping bring in money for American Cancer Society, and now they know more about all of them.
Now, those who are viewing this or would view this, how can they get involved with this? Would you give, in terms of opportunities for those who would like to get involved in Relay for Life, what would you say?
I would say contact me for one thing, and I have an email. It's all on our website, though. We have our committee members and all their emails. Email me. I'd love to talk to you one-on-one. You could call our American Cancer Society office and ask to talk to someone that's a Relay. Trent Reed is our contact person, and they could walk you through, come to one of our meetings, and I highly recommend just coming to our meeting, meeting a few people, sitting around and listening to what we have to.
How often you meet?
We meet once a month, the third Tuesday of every month at 6 o'clock at Caldwell Banker. It's 2506 South Galen Drive in Champaign.
Yes. Wow, so that's an important information. They could just come, you could just come and visit and come and see what's happening.
Yes.
And you would be certainly motivated to take part in this very important event. So you would have an open invitation.
Anybody would please come. And if you're a little intimidated to come someplace where you don't know people, again, our website, just a wealth of information. We tried to set it up so it was user-friendly, very basic, and all you have to do is that one click and you can find out lots of information.
And in a personal way, how you just really enjoyed this for the last 2002.
Yes.
That's about 11 years.
Yes.
And there is no, it doesn't look you are going to quit.
No.
So what keeps you going?
Meeting new people that, and hearing their stories and how American Cancer Society has helped them. And this is just so important to get that word out about the American Cancer Society, and so that they can help people. And just when we walk together, we're bigger than cancer. That is a motto that they started last year, and I wholeheartedly believe it.
Yes.
So we can make a difference, but we've got to work together.
Yes, and there are opportunities for volunteers. Anyone listening to this, this is an important information we like to share and invite you to test the waters. And you would not only like it, you may be committed to it, like Jill, and we have Chris here, and many others who have a very satisfying experience in their life. So, Jill, would you say something in closing? So also, Chris.
What I would like to say is please reach out if you're interested at all and come to a meeting, contact me, look at our website. You have questions, please ask. I love questions. I love talking to the new teams. I love helping them. Just get involved. We can make a difference, but we do need to work together.
And I can add to that as well. Nobody can do this on their own. And the more people we get involved, the more people we'll be able to serve by the donations that have been brought in for research and for other programs that the American Cancer Society offers. Do not hesitate to look at the website, call the American Cancer Society office. People are willing to listen. We have people who are willing to talk to you. Just reach out. That's the best thing. Reach out.
Well, we deeply appreciate, Jill, you took the time to come and be with us, and Chris for bringing Jill. And we are not only really, you did walk through the whole experience, and there is nothing like being there. So please remember, June 8th. Can people just come?
Oh, yes. We highly encourage. Just come and see. Be a part of it.
So here is an open invitation. Just come and see. June 8th.
June 8th.
And what's the day?
It's Saturday.
Oh,
it's
Saturday.
At Centennial High School, 913 South Crescent Street in Champaign.
And because it is a school, there is lots of parking. So we encourage anybody who is interested to come on out and see what's going on. It's fun.
Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome.
Thank you for listening to us. Remember, June 8th, show up. Thank you.